This video is brought to you by the Dragon Slayer. Be sure to check out our website for additional articles, videos, and commentary.
Welcome back to round 2 of our Modern Monday event. This is game 1 with Don Gollis playing Black-White Midrange versus Brian Stanek playing Jund.
I'm Salty McFoggett.
And I'm Tom Pamplone.
And let's play some Magic the Gathering.
Well, we will see how this goes.
Got Don Gollis on the left and Brian Stanek on the right, and should be a good matchup.
Yeah, I mean, we saw last week Brian Stanek, I think he actually had this same matchup, and he won 2-0.
Ah, really?
Yeah. There's a lot of like weird 4-drops and 5-drops that kind of clog the board with Don, so if Brian can kind of swing under him and play like those early Tarmogoyfs and Lilianas, I don't see a way for him to really come back, but it's possible.
Doing some strange black magic way to decide how they go first.
Oh, this is the deer game.
The deer game?
Yeah, so what you do is you roll the dice and you see how many deer you can get.
Oh.
And then whoever has the most deer gets to go.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That's very interesting.
Yeah, it's it's kind of like any rock, paper, scissors thing. I think all the dice have the same amount of deer on it, so which is 1.
Well, at any rate, as this black magic sorcery ends, we'll figure out who goes first.
Yeah, they lost me on that. I didn't really see it too much.
Well, yeah, so finishing that deer game, I'm going to shuffle up some Magic the Gathering cards and cast the spells, and most importantly, win the game.
Yep. I do know Don is playing some number of hand disruption, so I don't know. I know Brian's also playing hand disruption, but maybe if Don can be on the play and kind of stem off any removal spells or stuff like that, he can potentially land an Obliterator. The nice thing about Obliterator is it dodges.
I'm going to go with a Raging Ravine tapped.
I guess so. Brian
won the deer. Yeah, good job, Brian.
Okay, so there we go.
Inquisition coming in hot.
That's exactly what you're talking about.
Abrupt Decay, Bolt, Tarmogoyf. Which one do we choose?
The Lightning Bolt. That's a pretty interesting choice.
That is not what I would choose.
I don't know. I mean, we really don't know what Don's hand's like.
Yeah, but fueling the Tarmogoyf is definitely not the best, but I guess, yeah, you're right.
I mean, I think Don probably plays some number of Path to Exile.
Yeah, that's true.
I think some Dismember as well.
Yeah, Dismembers or some form of creature removal.
Okay, so Don's going to shock himself with a Godless Shrine there and cast a Thalia. So that's an interesting spell there. I guess maybe he wants Brian to tap out on 3 to cast an Abrupt Decay.
I guess, but he's got a Tarmogoyf that's already a 3/4, so he's already beating the Thalia.
That's true.
We got land instant.
But see, now if he casts Abrupt Decay, puts that creature in the board, Brian's going to be getting in for 4.
Yeah, so Abrupt Decay is just like so good right now.
Oh yeah, that's probably the best. I mean, I don't think I mind tapping out for 3 mana to kill it. But
no, I'm in. Yeah, see Brian's in too.
Cool.
Yeah,
so that's going to bring that Tarmogoyf up to a 4/5, and we're crashing in for 4 against Don.
Ding. Yeah. So, big swing in the game there, turn 3. Let's see what Don got as a response. We're going to slam that land that we just drew.
That brings Don to 14.
Passing the turn. Very interesting choice.
I mean, this is actually probably pretty good for Brian here because he has a Terminate, and what we've seen in the past with Don's hands, they kind of revolve around Phyrexian Obliterator.
Yeah.
And assuming that he doesn't get enough mana to ever cast a Blood Baron, which is probably one of Don's better cards, the Obliterator is probably going to be destroyed very quickly.
And there's a Leyline of the Void.
That's a main deck Leyline of the Void.
Very interesting. Yeah, Brian seems a little interested by that.
Yeah, you got to read on that one.
So it's probably going to shut off his Strangleroot Geists or
whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing about it now is that it's not a rest in peace.
Yeah.
So whatever's in there is in there. That Tarmogoyf is going to stay at 4/5 unless Don can remove it with some other.
Yeah, he's going to need some sort of way to remove his graveyard with a crypt or something like that.
So
like
end of turn fetch. End of turn fetch from Brian, getting that Overgrown Tomb tapped. I mean,
right now we can activate. Oh no, we can't activate Raging Ravine, but we're going to cast.
That's right. We're Thoughtseize. We're going down to. We take that. Yeah, Whip of Erebos. That looks like what? Double or triple swamp? Looks like. Okay.
So, not looking very good for Don. Tarmogoyf's going to get in for another 4. And
so that's only 2 more swings and a Lightning Bolt away.
Yep. It looks like he's going to cast Whip of Erebos. Is Is that the plan?
Oh, okay. They're arguing over the discrepancy because Leyline actually only affects your opponent's graveyards. So Brian's trying to grow his Tarmogoyf off an enchantment, I believe.
That's true, yeah.
So I think Don tried to exile the whip. But
Yeah.
instead it puts an artifact and an enchantment
Yeah.
into play. So that Tarmogoyf just grew faster.
Yeah, that's going to end the game there. There's no way Don can get back from that. So Brian's going to take game 1.
So let's talk sideboard options. Look at Don thumbing over some
Leylines.
Leyline's probably pretty good in this matchup, right?
Yeah, I mean, it keeps him off of like hand disruptions and any bolt effects like that. But more importantly, the Leyline of the Void kind of shuts off Tarmogoyf and Strangleroot, which is pretty good.
I don't think Brian's on any copies of Strangleroot Geist.
Oh, he's not?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
He's just on that straight Jund, Liliana, Tarmogoyf,
Good stuff.
Lightning Bolt.
That's good.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm stuck on the Strangleroot Geist thing. Sorry, Brian.
Yeah, I mean, I think like he's already playing the main deck Leyline of the Void. I don't know if that's necessarily suggest to cut that, but I definitely suggest that Don put in those Leyline of Sanctities because then he can avoid the hand disruption and also the lightning bolts, which is probably like the most significant thing. Because if Don resolves a Phyrexian Obliterator, I don't know. Brian's probably just going to start bolting him to the face.
Yeah.
And then that's a race there.
So I think I saw Brian grab a Thrun.
I did
the
see
last
that.
troll. I didn't. He went behind the camera for the other 6 cards or 5 cards. So maybe we'll get to see when he unsleeves them. But yeah, Thrun's pretty good against Don, especially with all the creature removal. So the only way he's going to be able to get that is with hand disruption.
Oh, I'm pretty excited. I don't even know what Brian could be bringing in right now.
Brian's got some spicy meatballs all the time.
So like, we were talking about this last week where you have a matchup.
Say a Courser in there.
That's really spicy.
That's really good. Yeah, I like that.
Like, you have a matchup that's already like good for you. I don't necessarily find a reason to bring in anything. Maybe it's just kind of roll. Like, he's already up a game, right? Wouldn't you just kind of keep your stuff and see what happens?
Yeah, I mean, I would take out some... I don't know if Brian has dead cards against him, but every now and then you might have like a dead card against a matchup you're not used to.
Mm-hmm. That's very true.
Depending on the format that's here. I mean, I know there's a lot of control matchups that come on, so maybe he takes out a lot of the stuff he has for the control matchups.
That could be.
But
we'll he could be more main deck towards the control and mid range decks.
Mm-hmm.
In which case, though, I mean that's always a good thing. Maybe he probably took out a Slaughter Pact. I would imagine.
Oh,
if he is playing any number of Slaughter Pact, those are probably coming out.
Yeah, it's probably pretty good. So yeah, we're gonna start up game 2 here. Don's gonna most likely be on the play, and is there a Leyline in his hand? I think I see one.
I think that second card from the top is a Leyline of the Void, and the far card in the back is an Inquisition. That's what I've determined so far.
Okay, so I mean that's pretty good if you start the turn by knocking out some cards in his hand and also having no Tarmogoyfs being active. But it depends on whether Brian brought in what's that flashback spell that destroys art? Oh wait, no, that's only an artifact. Never mind.
Oh, the Ancient Grudge?
Yeah, Ancient Grudge. My bad.
I did see while Brian was
Ray of
shuffling
Revelation. That's the one I was thinking of.
Oh, that one? The white one?
Yeah.
The one that you can't cast?
Yep.
Okay,
Solid.
gotcha. I did see Brian shuffling up a Batterskull in there. So that's kind of cool.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. Batterskull is always pretty solid.
Yeah, no, maybe he just kind of wants like more threats mid-range.
Yeah.
And just kind of like jam up the field.
All I see is a Stomping Ground in Brian's hand. But it looks like we're going to keep it. And slam
Alright, so that's
wall.
actually really good, that ley line.
Yeah.
Right? So we can kind of turn off our Tarmogoyfs. And honestly, we can let Brian keep it.
Lightning Bolt, Courser of Crufix, Kolagon's Command, and 3 lands. So he's
Taking the Courser. I think Brian also he's playing one Colligan's Command, the main, one the side. So he might have brought in a second one here.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know why. Discard's probably okay.
Yeah.
It's probably and right. Bring back his stuff. On this case, he's not going to be able to bring back anything with Leyline.
So I see we drew Olivia. That's going to be a pretty spicy Lair if we can land that.
Oh, yeah. Looks like Don also drew a second Leyline of the Void, so that's probably not too good right now.
It's always hurtful when when you're siding in the ley lines, no matter whether it's Sanctity, Void, or if you're playing any other ley lines in your deck, and you draw the second one. It's always kind of painful to see that.
Yeah, and then you think you're probably never going to get to that mana to ever cast that card.
Yeah.
Because it's probably in a situation where you're just dead.
You'd rather cast something else, or you're just dead anyways,
Mm-hmm.
so... let's see what we got. We might maybe have another hand disruption, maybe like a Thoughtseize or...
Yeah, no, Don fetched for a Godless Shrine tapped. I don't know if he's casting it. It looks like he's just passing back.
Passing back to Brian. He's probably going to play...
Oh, is that a Thundermaw Hellkite?
Ooh, spicy!
Ooh, that is
Scavenging Ooze and pass.
That's going to be pretty neat.
So,
So I don't know what Don's strategy is here. We just had a pass from him. Looks like he's pretty land heavy, so I don't know if he's been able to cast any of his spells anytime
slam the
soon.
cliffs. Yeah, get that value on tap. So, yeah, I mean, the Scavenging Ooze is going to... I mean, it obviously can't do anything with the graveyard effects now, but we at least have a 2-mana 2/2, and I'm sure Brian's got another spell we can throw down there to put on the pressure to Don. Because right now Don doesn't have a lot of pressure on Brian's side, which is not good for him.
It looks like he's fetching. I'm not sure if he's going to take 2 here yet. We're waiting for responses.
I think Brian's probably going to cast the Kolaghan's Command this turn. Probably do 2 damage and
Make him discard?
make him discard, yeah.
Yeah, I guess no other mode really matters right now.
no.
Don doesn't have artifacts. I think Don does play a Batter Skull as well, so maybe if Don's like in a rush to try and get the game back, if he taps out for that Batter Skull, he can always call against command the Batter Skull.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I don't know if Brian's aware that he plays that, but
We'll see. Right now, I don't think 5 mana is his concern.
no, I think although Don's not completely dead, he's under some pretty serious pressure just because he hasn't cast anything or put any board pressure.
Yeah. So we'll see where this goes. Yeah, we're still on Brian's turn, right? We're looking for the command on
Yeah,
the
we are.
second main
We are
phase.
still waiting for a response here to see
Oh,
if
that's right,
he's going to
he's-
take it. Looks like he's just taken 2. All right,
I guess we can
that's
call
gonna...
them command at the end of his turn, depending on what he's doing.
Ooh, second ley
Cast
line.
The second ley line?
So I think Don plays some number of Grey Merchant. So maybe
Oh,
if we just
yeah, he's looking for the devotion.
yeah. So if we can cast Grey Merchant on 5 here and draw that, we can devotion for, assuming that Grey Merchant doesn't dies, at least 4.
So it looks like he discarded a Godless Shrine there, or is that a Cave of Koilos?
That's a Cave of Koilos.
Okay.
So yeah, like I said, Don's hand very land heavy.
But right now, Brian hasn't taken any damage from Don.
Yep.
So not a lot of pressure going on. We're gonna pay 4 for Olivia
There you go.
and just continue the pressure.
So that thing's really cool. So if he plays a Phyrexian Obliterator, we can bite it, and then sack our Scavenging Ooze,
Yeah.
and then gain control of it later.
Yeah, which is so solid in the matchup because
Alright,
you
so
don't
Brian's gonna
mind
take 2
losing
off
the
that shot.
Scavenging Ooze, especially with the ley lines out.
Ooh.
Oh boy, the spicy Hellkite.
So that's getting in for what, 5, 8, 10 damage there?
That's gonna end the game. If Don does not have any responses to this, that's gonna end it.
Yep, we'll see here. We're waiting for a response. I imagine he's playing some kill spells. Probably Dismembers.
Probably Murderer's Cut, maybe.
Maybe Murder's Cut even.
Murderer's Cut would be good. It's just a 1 mana kill spell. Get rid of the Hellkite and maybe Olivia with like a Dismember or something.
Now that was fast. That was a complete transformation for the Jund player. I think both those cards, Olivia and Thundermaw, are definitely out of the board.
It's just a sweet curve too, because when you can just Olivia into Thundermaw, it's just like, oh, and he's got a bolt in hand.
Yeah, Brian revealing that bolt, showing Don that he is dead if he doesn't have any responses next turn.
Yeah. And a Blackleaf Cliffs. And we're going to bite the big one and play it tapped. Sucks to suck sometimes.
So here we go. We have an untap and a draw. Singular turn here. See if Don can do anything.
Oh, there it is.
Casting Harsh Sustenance. And we're going to get a look up on that for you guys, because I'm not sure entirely either. Looks like it does not matter, so Don's actually going to concede the game.
Yeah, it's just deal X damage to them, where X is the number of creatures they control and you gain X life, but that's not enough to swing the game in any favor, so...
Alright, so that's
Brian's
going to be
take
your...
that.
Yeah, it's going to be your round 2. Brian Stanek winning 2-0, playing Jund over Don Gollis, playing Black White Midrange.
Congratulations, Brian.